Each voting selection committee member is appointed by her or his constituent group and plays an important role in the process. Each member's input is valued. All voting members of a committee must attend and participate in the selection committee meetings. A non-voting member may attend the first meeting or meetings and provide input to the development of testing. It is often very helpful if non-voting members are present at first meetings to schedule the dates for further meetings and interviews. Non-voting members must attend all of the interviews in order to be able to provide feedback on the whole interview process. If a voting selection committee member is not able to attend a meeting due to an emergency situation, then there are several options for the committee. If a voting member knows well in advance that he or she will not be able to attend a meeting, then he or she should notify the committee chair or the manager who supervises the position and notify the constituent group. The constituent group can get a replacement and keep its vote on the committee. If the voting member is ill or unable to make a meeting at the last minute, then the voting member should notify the committee chair or the manager who supervises the position. The committee will decide whether it will go forward without the member or reschedule the meeting. If a voting member does not show up and does not call, then the committee chair or the process monitor must make an effort to call the absent voting member. The committee will ultimately decide whether to go forward without the member or reschedule a meeting. If a voting member is not present in the meeting to select candidates for interview, then that member's scores will be deleted from the spreadsheet used to select candidates for interview. A voting member must be present to participate in the discussion for the selection of candidates in order to have his or her scores considered in the process. If a voting or non-voting member is not present when interviews begin, then that member will not be allowed to participate in the interview process or the discussion to select finalist interview candidates. Scheduled candidates will be interviewed and the committee will not postpone interviews. In a part-time faculty selection procedure where there may be only 2 members on the committee, it is important to understand that when one member is unable to attend, one person may be conducting interviews. The purpose of the first committee meetings is to discuss committee business and develop the testing process. At the first meeting, the process monitor will remind all members to sign the confidentiality statement and verify that all members have completed selection committee training. The voting members of the committee may elect a committee chair in a management or full-time faculty selection process. In a classified or confidential process, the manager who supervises the position will be designated as the chair. In a part-time faculty selection process, the dean and the department chair may share responsibilities in the process. The selection committee will develop the paper screening tool and the interview questions that it intends to use in the process. The paper screening tool and the interview questions must be developed and approved by the Human Resources Department before the applications will be released for committee review. Any member of the committee may ask Human Resources staff before the first meeting to provide paper screening tools and interview questions from previous processes. These will be provided in the files for the committee members. All committee members will bring their calendars to the first meeting so that the committee can develop a schedule of meetings and interviews. This schedule will be provided to the Human Resources Department as soon as it is developed.